You knew it wouldn't be easy. They didn't give you a chance. Underestimated you at every step. But the journey wasn't alone. We are resilient. We fight together. We win as one.
Here are the statement of National Union of Journalists of the Philippines, NUJP. Statement of National Union of Journalists of the Philippines. Don't blame media for SEA Games woes. It is bad enough when trolls are let loose upon media reporting on the disastrous preparations of the Philippine Southeast Asian Games Organizing Committee for the 30th SEA Games. It becomes ridiculously unacceptable when the officials responsible for the disaster resort to bashing media as well, as if the reports on their shortcomings were to blame for the disaster. Just this Wednesday afternoon, PHISGOC COO Ramon Cesara called out media for what he described as continuously negative reporting, asking to publish instead positive reports and project the country in a good light. The NUJP wishes to remind Mr. Cesara that the duty of the press has always been to report things as they are, based on verifiable facts, and not to pander to anyone's perception of what is, or should be. Attempting to dictate how the media should report the news has no place in a democracy. The truth is, even if media chose to distort the image, this would do nothing to hide the gargantuan mess the whole world already knows about. If anything, shining the light of truth on the state of the SEA Games preparations can only help ensure that our nation and people be spared from being so humiliated in the future. For this, we laud the community of independent Filipino journalists who have insisted on reporting on what is happening. Without fear or favor, despite the heavy online harassment and trolling. The people has spoken. Here are the unified commentary, straight to your face. You are paid to say anything, even to destroy the image of our beloved country, and we are not. It is the job of the media to verify the facts first before publishing it. Especially when it is damaging to the country. The duty of the press has always been to report things as they are, etc., etc. I'll give you one example: a toilet that is under construction being reported as unfinished. It was actually the right thing to do. But publishing it on the day where it was actually finished is malicious. That's supposed to be addressed by your office, but rather tolerate it. Report things as they are is a very rare thing to come today in reporting. How arrogant is the tone of this writer. It shows they think they are their own law. They must be held accountable for their words and actions. There are still good people among your ranks. But there are vultures and prostitutes among you who abuse press freedom, unbridled and robbed, henchmen of oligarchs and of the power-hungry. The problem is, some reports were not verified but published anyway. Only one side is being aired and most issues were found untrue. Thank you for those people who are vigilant in getting facts straight and releasing corrections on erroneous published articles. Be responsible, don't get too excited to report. Do your research. You should be the eyes and the ears of the Filipinos, but what you are doing. Maliciously spread news that destroying the reputation of the country. Not only that, but you use the press freedom in making an excuses to gain personal interest. Who are you? Above the law. I have now a negative image for journalists. NUJP has lost its credibility. This public statement rings hollow to my senses. What trolls are you talking about? If you don't want to be called out, do your job properly. Don't spread negativity just because you intend to destroy the reputation of the government. At the expense of what? The reputation of our own country itself. Maliciously publishing before in-depth researching. Come on, we were not born yesterday. It is not attempting to dictate how the media should report the news, but rather report with veracity of truth and fairness. And they have the nerve to call any reader, the lifeblood of their job, dissatisfied with their recent reportage as trolls. Talk about being arrogant and painfully out of touch. We don't need brave reporter, what we need is fair and responsible and knows the principle of ethical journalism. What we only request from you is give us unbiased reports, fake news. You are always complaining about the freedom of the press, but how about the freedom of your fellow Filipinos to know the truth? Don't we deserve to live peacefully and harmoniously? How does it feel, NUJP? The nation has spoken. The unified commentary here is virtually the wrath of stormy seas rocking your boat. This situation demands a better explanation on your part. And do make it a truthful one this time. Then respect our freedom of speech as well. It's not harassment. We are not trolls. You're dealing with the 85% of the Filipino people who love this country and supports the government. What do you expect? National Directorate, National Union of Journalists of the Philippines, reporting false news, fake news is against your ethical standard as journalist. Spreading such must be accountable. In reporting such incident, your mediaman should verify and confirm facts, not lies. You must consider both sides in reporting. You, as a union, don't tolerate the wrong practice of your mediaman. Come on, it's now 2019. Change your traditional practice. You must be matured enough in spreading facts, not lies. If you want your institution to be as credible as you want it to be perceived, then call out your out-of-line journalists. They are the ones destroying your reputation. Press freedom is nothing if all you are after are press releases. You don't share the common aspiration of the Filipino people for peace and harmony. Your group have a different agenda but sow dissent and chaos under the pretense of press freedom. A message from SEA Games Organizing Committee. We have, however, communicated to our staff, athlete guests, and our partner organizers that despite the negativity surrounding the SEA Games, we will continue to put our best efforts for our athletes and our country. Ayon sa statement hotel management. We hope this statement is able to correct me. Representations on Filipino hospitality and that we are doing our best to ensure above and beyond service for our athletes as well as our guests from all over Southeast Asia. We can say, in all honesty and with conviction, that the Philippines did not feed its athletes only kikiam for the SEA Games. And we want to put an end to the circulation of this wrong information. This experience has only strengthened our love for country and our desire to serve our athletes and international delegations as best as we can during their entire stay with us. We hope our commitment to hospitality serves as a concrete contribution to our country during this time, and we are filled with gratitude for this opportunity.